following is a presentation of Manatee Schools Television in association with TV production teachers and students. Welcome everyone to Bayshore High School for Manatee Schools Television Volleyball Game of the Week. I'm Stephen Oposki, and I'm joined today with Fred Stewart. Well, today, Fred, we've got a matchup between the homestanding Bayshore Bruins against the Palmetto Tigers. And both of these teams coming in with just one win on their roster, however, I would say, or on their schedule, I should say. But I will say that there is a lot of talent on each one of these teams, and this should be a pretty competitive game tonight.
Yeah, definitely so. Stephen, you know, we got to talk to the Bayshore coach a little bit earlier before the match started, before they're doing the warm-ups here. And he says, yeah, it's just a young team right now. He's developing the talent. But one thing he is seeing, he's seeing the silver lining that this team is young, but they're hungry, they're ready to work, and they're ready to get better. So this should be a great game tonight against the Palmetto Tigers, two teams who are young and ready to battle it out.
Absolutely. And on the other side, Coach Erica Blaney leads the Tigers into this game. Palmetto comes into this game with a record of 1-8. They've played a difficult schedule. Their one win coming against Sarasota Booker late last month. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bayshore 1-5. Bayshore won their first game actually last night against Sarasota Military Academy, so they're hoping to continue those winning ways tonight. For Palmetto, they're having to make some last-minute tweaks to the roster. One of their regular starters is out sick, so I just spoke with Coach Blaney just a few minutes ago, and she's still trying to shuffle some things around and figure out who's going to be starting. However, I will say that we know the play starts and ends with their setter, their excellent senior setter, Avery Fayad, and also a terrific defensive libero in Carsey Branch.
Yeah, definitely. We know that defense wins championships, and even when your starters are out, you know, as long as you have players who are willing to step up and take that void and fill that, you're going to have a good game. The last game of the week I did with you guys for Parrish versus Braden River, we saw that some unlikely people stepped up and were able to really impact the game, and so I expect that to be here. Again, both teams having a young crew, but they're hungry, they're active, and they're ready to go.
Absolutely. So we will bring you this game of the week here on Manatee Schools Television. Let's watch some warm-ups, and then we'll be back with the play-by-play here in about, I'd say, about 10 minutes. So we'll see you here shortly.
Manatee Technical College meets the area's urgent need for healthcare professionals. Start your career as a practical nurse, dental assistant, or pharmacy technician. With day and night classes, affordable tuition, and financial aid available, MTC offers training for careers in 10 of the 20 fastest growing industries in Manatee County. And with a 90% job placement rate and training from MTC, you can have your new career in just 1 year. Apply at manateetech.edu today.
And we're ready for action here at Bayshore High School between the homestanding Bruins and the Palmetto Tigers. Again, I'm Stephen Oposki, joined by Fred Stewart. And we've got starters for Palmetto: Carsey Branch, Kayla Slovak, Keisha Donker, Mabry Paris, Avery Fayad, and Ketsia Fell Joseph. On the other side for the homestanding Bruins: Ayana Dunbar, Chloe Comer, Erica Martinez, Kira Kumpanpakdi, Autumn Rivera, and San Juanita Gonzalez. And looks like Palmetto will begin the game serving with number 11, Avery Fayad, their outstanding junior setter.
Yes, sir. The game getting started a little bit earlier.
Yeah, we're looks like 3 or 4 minutes early.
3 or 4 minutes early, Shows how eager these teams are really ready to get after each other.
And the serve by Fayad. Nice serve. And that is, let's see if they can get it over, not quite. So Palmetto begins the game with the first point from Fayad. And Comer can't quite get that one over, so it's 2-0.
The Bruins right now are just trying to feel out the Palmetto team, see what they like to do, where they like to put the ball, and get it right back over.
Nice serve again from Comer. This time the libero handles it well. See if Fayad can track it down. Got to get it over, and they do. Nice play by Carsey Branch and Avery Fayad. Flat-footed shot by Comer. Still alive. Tipped over Layton. Oh, that's a great play by Erica Martinez. Oh, and tough break there. That one goes out. So 3-0 now.
Definitely great hustle on both sides, but definitely credit to number 10, Autumn Rivera, and number 2, Ayana Dunbar, as they've touched every single ball on these last couple of serves, keeping Bayshore alive.
Fayad, another good hard serve. Got to get this one over, and they do. Free ball opportunity. Nice back set, and a kill from number 2, Kayla Slovak. So Fayad doing all the work serving, and just got a nice set over here to their opposite side hitter, Slovak.
Got a good rhythm going right now with Fayad. She's setting them up nicely, putting the pressure on the Bruins.
Fayad to Layton, out. So Palmetto finally gets on the scoreboard. 4-1 is the score. Nice serve and an ace for Ayana Dunbar. Great serve. Just did clear that net, and there really was nothing that Palmetto could do about that. Fayad, quick set to the middle, nicely played. Layton for Palmetto makes it 5-2. That one just goes out, so we're at 5-3 now. Checking in for Palmetto, number 4, Sam Manbeavers. And now back to serve. This is Anieli Martinez. Nice serve and ace for Martinez. She was a player that really stood out in warm-ups to me. She's probably their tallest player. She is only a sophomore.
Definitely got a cannon for an arm, too, for being a sophomore.
That out. The Palmetto player, Man Beavers, did go for it, but fortunately for her, it didn't touch her. So that will be a point for Palmetto. They lead 6-4 as Mabry Paris goes back to serve. Nice shot there by Ayanna Dunbar.
And Ayanna Dunbar making her presence known as she gets an ace and a kill. And has been monumental in setting the ball for the Bruins.
Well, Dunbar is listed as their setter. However, their normal setter suffered an injury as that serve from Comer goes out. So Dunbar has had to step in perhaps a position that she wouldn't normally have to and serve as the team setter. So it's been really difficult. When you lose your setter, you know how hard that is.
You know, a setter is like the hot knife to the butter. It's hard to spread butter without that hot knife.
Emily Carter checks in to serve for the Tigers. Nice serve and an ace from Carter. You can see why they bring her in as a serve specialist. That was excellent. Also in the game for Palmetto, Ketsia Fell Joseph. She is a sophomore middle and a player to keep an eye on. She gets the start tonight. Another ace from Grace. Grace with the ace.
Checking out this replay here. As you can see, that ball is just barely over the net. Easy money every time.
Overpass and well played, and then the tip over by Fell Joseph.
As you see, Palmetto's getting fired up over here as they're extending this lead out by 5, going on a little run here.
Here's Phillips, who's been excellent on her serves. Good back and forth action here. Nice rally. Free ball for Palmetto. From the back row, that is a nice back row hit, but a great play. And in play, San Juanita Gonzalez. Terrific play for Bayshore.
Great reaction and hit by San Juanita, making that awkward hit.
This may be the longest point we've had all season.
Yeah, definitely so.
And that is in. It's called in. And the up ref wants to have a discussion with the student who's covering that line. We'll see what she decides. Could be overruled. I will say from my vantage point, it did look out.
I will second that opinion. But our opinions don't matter.
That's right. That's right. And she has a better vantage point than we do, so.
That is very true. That is very true.
And let's see what they decide. It is a point for Bayshore.
And the whole Palmetto team looking stunned as we go to the replay here. Set up by Dunbar.
I am curious to see this. Yeah, unfortunately, it was just out of our vantage point. Regardless, it's a point for Bayshore as they cut the lead to 10-6 now. And that serve from Martinez, Erica Martinez, can't quite get over the net. And now back for Palmetto, Kesha Donker. Sophomore, she plays a multitude of positions. She can play, she's listed on the roster as both pins and a middle. It's a very versatile player. And a good serve and an ace from Donker.
As you see, this Palmetto team is very strong in their serving. A lot of aces have materialized themselves.
And there's another one. Donker.
Back to back, it's spreading like an infection. The back-to-back ace treatment as Donker sets back again to serve.
And the help set from the libero, Branch to Grace Phillips. Nice job by the libero to step in there and get that help set. Grace Phillips is now in the game to replace Fayad. Excuse me, Emily Carter is checked in as the setter now for Palmetto. As that serve goes out, it's 14-7. And we've got Anieli Martinez checking back in. And Kira Kay. Kira Kay. She told me how to pronounce her name no less than 6 times, and I think I got it, but I just want to be for sure because that's what they call her on the team, Kira Kay. Layton with the kill. And so it's 15-7 as we've got Mabry Paris checking in for the Tigers. And on the other side, looks like we're going to have our first look at number 1, Nevaeh Ortiz. Here's Branch with the serve and then the ace, another one. I believe that's 6 aces for Palmetto so far, if I'm counting correctly.
Yes, sir, you are correct. It's gonna be 6 aces so far as they serve up again.
Again, the help set from the libero, Branch over to number 7, Haley Layton.
And again, right now, Palmetto has just found their rhythm, starting from their strong serving and then their amazing setting that has allowed them to take this lead right now.
Yeah, very impressed with the ability of, we know what Fayad can do as that attempt goes into the net as their setter, but we've seen Emily Carter come in and play setter, but also Carsey Branch at libero coming in to set up her hitters as well. So good overall teamwork from Palmetto that we're seeing.
Definitely so. And on the Bruins side, right now it's just they just got to get a little bit better communication. Also, they're playing without one of their main setters, which is obviously a hard problem, which you don't see due to number 2, Ayanna Dunbar, who seems to be setting up each ball very nicely. But a little bit better communication, and they'll be right back in this game, making it close up again.
Yeah, it's as we just said. I mean, losing your setter is very tough, and that was a player that they really, really liked. So we'll see. We'll see how Ayanna Dunbar continues to progress, and hopefully, she can just make her team better.
Definitely so. As they come from the break back onto the court. And also on both teams, they aren't that big of teams, but they lack in size. They make up for in speed.
Yeah, and that's definitely true. I'm very impressed with the defensive ability, particularly from Carsey Branch, who just served that, and the tip from Grace Phillips. 19-7 is our score. And an ace. Carsey Branch keeps Palmetto rolling. They're now up 20-7. Layton, and that time well handled in the back row by the libero, who has to send over a free ball. Nice coming around on the back set, beautifully done by number 10, Mabry Paris on the set from Grace Phillips. Excuse me, Emily Carter was on that set. There's a 12 and a 13, and that was number 13, Emily Carter on that set. And you could just see how Paris kind of circled around. Palmetto can't handle that one, so it's 21-8.
The Bruins are definitely looking to put some pressure on that rim. Not rim, that's my basketball talking to me. Put some pressure on that net to try to stop this tirade from the Tigers.
San Juanita Gonzalez serves that one out. We haven't really seen her get an opportunity to get very many kill opportunities, unfortunately, because she was very impressive in warm-ups, has a lot of power. Grace Phillips serving that one. Over to Comer. She hammers it, but it goes out.
And there's that power you were talking about earlier. The Bruins definitely have some cannons in their arms. It's just all about getting that precision and marking it on the court.
To the middle and off, unfortunately went off the side of her hand, and that sets up set point for Palmetto. As Grace Phillips will try to close it out. And that is played, it's an ace, and that is the first set for the Palmetto Tigers. They win 25-8. Great start for the Tigers.
Definitely so. I mean, it's not a secret why they took that set so easily. It was the aces, the serving has been just amazing from the Palmetto Tigers. All around, every single player has been able to find their mark behind the line. Also, some of the big names that have really been putting in work. Carsey Branch.
Definitely, she's been very good. You can see her ability to step in. I like some of her help sets that she gave when Fayad was on the bench. Defensively, she's playing really well. I really like her game a lot.
Definitely so, and Grace Phillips has been a big part of it, having two aces herself. Donker being all over the court at multiple positions, having two aces herself as well. For Bayshore, the ones to look at are Ayanna Dunbar, the senior, the setter, stepping up. I feel like she's had a contribution on every single play. Autumn Rivera has also had a contribution, but as well as San Juanita Gonzalez, as her help behind the line has allowed the Bruins to somewhat be able to battle back and not just allow the Palmetto Tigers to have a landslide.
I'd really like for them to be able to set up Gonzalez. She's got a good swing. She has gets downhill on her swings, but she has had no opportunity whatsoever to make any kind of plays. She just hasn't gotten the sets. So hopefully for Bayshore that will change here coming up in set number 2. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for set number 2 momentarily. You are watching High School Volleyball Game of the Week on Manatee Schools Television. And welcome back to Bayshore High School for Manatee Schools Television High School Volleyball Game of the Week. We just witnessed Palmetto take the first set, 25-8. And now the Bruins will start things off. Here is Ayanna Dunbar, the senior setter for Bayshore. And there's an ace. And Bayshore gets on the board first here in set number 2. Rare mistake back there from Palmetto. They've been very good defensively, but that time that serve got the better of the libero Branch. And the service error gives it right back to the Tigers. So we've got Avery Fayad back in. She spent a good chunk of that first set on the bench trying to get her, her backup setter some work. Emily Carter. Nice play by Fayad. And the tip over, nicely done. Coming in kind of out of nowhere was Mabry Paris. Well played.
Yeah, definitely. Those ones can be very sneaky as we look at the replay here. Oh, I guess not. But those ones can be very slippery as people will not really expect someone to come and soft touch it. You know, you're always expecting someone to slam it down.
Fayad, tremendous serve. Setting it up for Layton. And that is a nice kill from Fayad to Layton. Comer with a nice shot with some top spin on it. Oh, that is in. That's well placed by Ayanna Dunbar from the back row. Just does find that back line.
Definitely so. As I said, Ayanna Dunbar has definitely been a main reason why the Bruins are being able to contribute points to the board here, as she's been a server, getting a couple aces, and also a good setter. And as you see, a good hitter as well.
And Yeli Martinez serving now for the Bruins, and that service error makes it 4-2 Palmetto, as we've got a couple substitutions coming in for the Tigers. Number 4, Sam Beavers, and Kesha Donker, a player who really stood out, I think, there in that first set was Kesha.
Definitely so. Got herself 2 aces.
Blocked and hit right back over. Oh, an overpass, and it goes out. Oh, and she touched it. She touched it. Bayshore player touched that ball, and it went out. Rare mistake we just saw from Fayad.
The Palmetto team has definitely been tight on not allowing any opportunities for their opponents to make points off their mistakes.
That's good. And again, Mabry Paris gets a kill. Junior middle for the Tigers. Beavers is back to serve. And the service error makes it 6-3. And we've got Comer going back to serve it up. Nice serve. Oh, it is just
A little back and forth, give and take going on right now.
Getting into it, I like it. Here's Paris to serve, leading 7-3. Donker. By the libero Rivera. Oh, and that kill attempt goes into the net. Nice job by Adam Rivera to stop that kill attempt by Donker, who showed a lot of power on that swing. As we've got Erica Martinez serving now for Bayshore. An ace, and miscommunication there in the back row for Palmetto. It's 7-5.
And as you can hear, that crowd starting to get into the game. And as an athlete, having that home advantage, that crowd soaring through your veins can definitely help out and let you rally a comeback.
Nice serve. And it goes out. 7-6, and Bayshore is making this one interesting. Martinez. Fayad had to go a long way for that kill attempt, or for that set attempt, excuse me. Nice block. That was Fel Joseph on that block, and another one. And the point for the Tigers. How about Ketsia Fel Joseph with two blocks?
As you can see, Fel Joseph is a very tall girl. She's able to reach up, stop it, contest the ball, and it makes for good defense. And that is one of the biggest things that if your team is missing on this volleyball circuit, that you guys won't be able to do much if you cannot contest shots at the net.
Grace Phillips and Emily Carter have checked in as Fayad will take a break along with Layton. And this is Emily Carter serving for the Tigers, leading 8-6. And make it 9-6. And Bayshore continuing to have some trouble receiving their serves. I feel like if they could receive those serves better and set up their offense, they could really improve their chances here. And that's a nice play from the back row by Sandman Beavers. 10-6 is our score. Carter to serve. Another good serve. Oh, and not this time for Man Beavers, so make it 10-7.
As the Bruins sub out their libero and bring in number 4, Anley Martinez. Back to serve, number 9, Kiera Cake.
Nice serve. That'll go down as an ace for Kira Kampampakti. See? They got it.
You only got to get it one time.
Henceforth known as Kira K. Wow, put some spin on that serve. Nice play, but it is out. Good attempt. 11-8. Got Layton coming back in. And Donker will serve. Good serve and ace. And again, some miscommunication. Just cannot handle these serves from Palmetto. They've been so good all night.
There's a reason that this team was able to get 6 aces in their first set.
Oof, another good one.
It's serves like that that really put your opponent at a disadvantage.
13-8 is our score as Palmetto leads here in the second set. They're up 1-0. Layton with the kill on the set from Emily Carter. $14-8. Donker, another good serve, this time handled well by Comer. Oh, and she snuck that one over. I believe that was number 4.
Yes, it was.
And Yeli Martinez, who just snuck that one over and gave Bayshore the point. They trail now 14-9. We've got San Juanita Gonzalez back to serve. Nice serve and an ace for San Juanita Gonzalez.
Gonzalez showing the power and the precision she has with that serve. As both teams have been amazing at serving tonight, The balls have been just barely clearing the net, which is going to be hard on your setter or your libero to dig out of the ground when it's coming in hot like that.
Solara Glover has checked in for the first time for Palmetto. That serve attempt could not get over, and so back to Palmetto we go, leading 15-10. And we've got Mabry Paris checking back in. And back to serve is Ketsia Fell Joseph, who had those 2 massive blocks earlier in the set, but that serve doesn't quite make it, and we're at 15-11.
And as you can see on the sideline, Fell Joseph a little surprised with herself.
Yeah, Coach Blaney said, you know, that's okay, we'll get him next time. Great dig attempt there by the libero, Autumn Rivera, but it's a point for Palmetto. Really laid out. She was awfully close to those bleachers there.
Again, as Coach stated before, it may be a young team, but they're fired up and they're ready to play.
Setting up Comer, and Comer, well, let's see. Nope, they got it over. Great play by Palmetto again defensively. Back to Paris, and Mabry Paris scores again to make it 17-11 Palmetto. Here's Grace Phillips serving. Back row from the libero, Parsi Branch. She can do it all.
And the Tigers have been firing on all cylinders tonight, whether it be contesting at the net or serving or scooping the digs out of the ground. They've been a well-oiled machine.
And that service error gives it back to the Bruins, as we've got number 9, Kira Kay, coming back in. And Autumn Rivera will serve. That one goes out, so make it 19-12. Palmetto leads. And Layton serving, and we've got Donker coming back in. Layton can't quite get that one over the net. She'll check out, and Man Beavers will come back in, and Comer will serve it up for the Bruins, trailing 19-13 here in the second set. And Palmetto up 1-0. Good serve, an ace for Comer. That's how you get back into a game.
Definitely so. Palmetto needs to be careful of making those mistakes, giving fire to the flame for the Bruins. As you can see, they're getting an ace, and they've cut this lead only down to 5.
Another good serve, this time handled by Branch. Hit by Gonzalez, but Man Beavers handled it. And now a free ball for Palmetto. They're going to set up the middle. Paris sends that one out, and it's 19-15. Good attempt. I like that set to the middle there with Paris, but couldn't bring it down, and so Comer will try again. A nice serve from Comer, but an even better dig by Man Beavers back there. Great play. Off the block and continuing to play. Paris can't get it over. 19-16. And Bayshore will call a timeout. And a little discussion here at the net. Let's see Fayad is having a chat with the upper ref. And so is Coach Blaney, and looks like they're going to chat things over. Also a discussion over at the scorer's table. So something's up. We'll have to see what they need to get sorted out.
Yeah, definitely. So some keys for both teams right now. Bayshore just needs to keep riding this wave that they're on right now. As you can see, Palmetto is leaving that door open for them by making mistakes. And you don't want to do that when your opponent's behind, because every single mistake is going to be another way for them to get back into the game. For Palmetto, they just need to continue to do what they do and limit the mistakes. It's really been their somewhat overhitting and being a little bit too over-eager on the ball, which comes with, you know, a little bit more development of touch that has allowed them to have the Bruins creep up on them, cutting the lead down to 3.
So they got sorted out, whatever it was the discussion was about. No change in the score. Fayad tipped that one, and it was tipped back over. It was actually Donker who tipped it over. And I believe number 7 for Bayshore tipped it right back and scored. That would be number 7, Erica Martinez. So heads up play from her as Comer will serve it again. Out. Well, Bayshore had cut it to a 2-point set, but now we're back to 2017, and Palmetto continues to lead. So we've got Mabry Paris back to serve. See if Bayshore can continue this momentum. Both teams sending over free balls. Yet to see any kind of attack at the net until this one from Gonzalez, and it sails out. 21-17. Paris will serve it again. Nice serve. And well handled by Comer. Well, Fayad tried to set up Kayla Slovak, our first look at Kayla tonight, and Slovak didn't make good contact and sent it out, so it's 21-18, and now Erica Martinez will serve for the Bruins, trying to get her team back into this game and cannot do it with that serve. 22-18 is our score here in set number 2. As Carsey Branch will serve it, and we've got, correction, this is going to be Emily Carter serving, and also in the game, Grace Phillips. Carter, when she's come in as a serve specialist, has been very good back there. And that will count as an ace, and now 23-18. Just when you think Bayshore is going to get back into it, they run into problems with these tough serves from Palmetto again.
Again tonight, I believe they're coming up on about 10 or 11 aces.
There you go. There's another one, and we have set point. So Emily Carter has been a real weapon for Palmetto as Bayshore calls timeout. But Emily Carter has come in and been a real weapon for the Tigers, coming in and as a serve specialist, she's been terrific for the Tigers. They've had a couple of players stand out tonight. I've said Carsey Branch's name quite a bit. Fayad has had her usual solid game. And then Kesha Donker is a player that I really like. This is my first time seeing her. She's just a sophomore. And as I said before, she can play either right or outside hitter, or also listed as middle. I mean, she's a young, versatile player and has a little bit of power. So I think Palmetto, they're very young. You look at their roster, only 2 seniors, Leighton and Emily Carter. The rest are underclassmen. So I do think the future does look bright for Palmetto.
Definitely well spoken there, Mr. Steven.
Carter going to try to close out this set. We've got set point, and that is sent back over. Carter to Donker, can't get that one down. So Bayshore stays alive here in set number 2. 24-19, still set point. And Kira Kay will try to keep the Bruins alive here in set number 2. Back set to Donker, this time from the right side. Donker from the left side, she's everywhere, and she gets, oh, it was out. Excuse me, folks, that was out.
Getting a little excited there, but they're gonna call that one out as we have Kim Kay.
24-20, still set point. Good serve as Palmetto sends a free ball over. Now setting up, Gonzalez can't find that back line, and that is the set for the Palmetto Tigers. They win that second set, 25-20. So a bit tougher road there in set number 2. Bayshore finally starting to get things together, but they still trail 2-0 heading into set number 3.
Definitely so, definitely so. From the first set, a major improvement as they lost 25-8. So you definitely see them starting to click on more cylinders again. If you look at Bayshore, Ayana Dunbar and number 14, San Juanito Gonzalez, Autumn Rivera, those are main stars who have been able to keep them in the game. Also, number 7, Erica Martinez got an ace herself. And overall, the team they're good. They're cohesive. It's just really being able to get that first serve that Palmetto's been laying down. They've been laying down some tough first serves as they're coming on, I believe, about 12 aces on the game. And so when a team's able to do that, it's very hard to defend.
That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
That many aces is just, that's getting the job done for sure. Well, we're going to take a short break, and we will be back with coverage of the third set here at Bayshore High School. You are watching the high school volleyball game of the week here on Manatee Schools Television.
Manatee Technical College meets the area's urgent need for healthcare professionals. Start your career as a practical nurse, dental assistant, or pharmacy technician. With day and night classes, affordable tuition, and financial aid available, MTC offers training for careers in 10 of the 20 fastest growing industries in Manatee County. And with a 90% job placement rate and training from MTC, you can have your new career in just 1 year. Apply at manateetech.edu today.
Welcome back to Bayshore High School for tonight's volleyball action. We've got Palmetto leading the Bayshore Bruins 2-0, trying to close it out in set number 3. Expect to see a lot of substitutions here in the third set, trying to get, both teams are going to try to get a lot of their players some action tonight.
Definitely so. With both teams being young, you want to start developing that talent as it rises. So in the next 2 or 3 years, when they're able to take their position as a starter, they're experienced, they're battle hardened, and they're ready to go.
So Fayad will begin the third set for the Tigers. And a discussion now on the sideline between the down ref and the up ref. Looks like they're kind of clearing some things out behind the bench. Looks like we're all set to play. Fayad, the junior setter for the Tigers, will begin. Setting up Layton, still in play. A couple nice plays by the libero on this rally here. Another one. Wow. Great play. That is Autumn Rivera. But the kill by Layton. Autumn Rivera had 3 digs on that possession.
Autumn Rivera putting her body on the line, laying all the way out on that last dig right before the point. And again, both these teams have been really good at digging the ball out of the ground.
Fayette having to reach out for that set. Oh, and a nice heads-up play there by the middle. Mabry Paris to sneak that one over on the second hit. Bayshore just wasn't ready for it. And you don't expect that on the second hit. As Fayette serves again, leading 2-0. And that will go out, so we're at 3-0. Fayette continuing her excellent serving tonight. Great serve. An ace for Avery Fayette. 4-0.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Tigers have been able to find their stride almost at a Hall of Fame level with the amount of great serves and aces they've been able to have tonight, which has really put the Bruins on the back foot, putting the pressure on them.
Fayette, another ace. Wow, 5-0 behind the serving from Avery Fayette, and that is a good timeout by Bayshore. They've got to figure things out here.
Definitely need to take that timeout to talk it over again. I can't stress this enough. I actually just said it, but Palmetto has been able to find a lot of their success through serving, as multiple players on their team have multiple aces, some of them triple, some of them double. Emily Carter is being one of them, having triple aces. Grace Phillips having double aces. Donker having double aces. So it's the love's being spread all around.
I'd like to thank you for joining us here on Manatee Schools Television for our volleyball game of the week.
Back to serve, we have Avery Fayette coming from the break as the up ref is talking to the coach, Anthony Slack. They're talking it over.
And looks like Coach Slack is pleased with that conversation. So we've got Fayette again continuing on this this run of 5-0. That's going to sell out, however. And so finally, a much needed side out for the Bruins. We've got number 2, Ayana Dunbar, serving. Nice jump serve. Well handled by Slovak in the game. That is going to sail out, so 5-2 is our score.
And again, Palmetto just wants to be careful not to make too many mistakes and leave the door open for the Bruins to find hope in taking the set away.
And that was the libero from the back row, Carsey Branch, with a good strong hit. 6-2 is our score. Tigers lead, and this is Layton. Oh, an ace, and a little lack of communication there from Bayshore. 7-2. See what Layton does here on her second serve. Setter has to go a long way for that hit. Fayad going over to Donker, who has to send over a free ball as that set wasn't quite on target. Fayad to Donker. Out. Oh, just out. That was very well set up, but could not get that one down. And it's 7-3. We've got the libero, Autumn Rivera, serving. The senior, she's been very active defensively for the Bruins.
Definitely has had some extremely impressive and athletic digs on the night.
Nice serve, too. Fayad, that's set to Donker, and she just dinks it over, and that is good enough for a point, 8-3. Looks like we've got Fel Joseph coming back in, and the libero Branch takes a well-deserved break. Mabry Paris serving. Another free ball, lots of those tonight. Oh, and Fayad tried to sneak that one over, but it goes into the net, 8-4. Branch coming right back in as Chloe Comer will serve for Bayshore. And it goes back to Palmetto on that service error, 9-4. And we've seen this kind of a line change several times. The duo of Grace Phillips and Emily Carter coming in for Avery Fayad and Slovak. And it's Emily Carter, once again, who's been fantastic tonight serving. Let's see what she can do leading 9-4. Well handled this time by Gonzalez. To the middle, Fel Joseph, and that is Comer on the dig. Nice dig by Branch. And Beavers from the back row, and that will get back over. Wow, nice play by both teams defensively. See if that does make it over. Good rally. Kill from Donker, and a nice set by Emily Carter.
Both teams able to put together a really good rally, but Donker's verticality allows her to take an advantage over the Bruins and really put them on the back foot to have to dig that one out of the ground.
Yeah, impressive athlete is Donker. She has hops, as they say. (11-4) now, as Carter will serve it again. Nice serve. That is very well played by Dunbar to keep it alive for Bayshore. Great dig by Branch on the other side. Back set to Carter. See what Donker can do with this one. And again, back and forth action. And looks like double contact. That's our first double of the night. That's pretty unusual to play that cleanly. As we've got a timeout from Bayshore. They trail 12-4, trying to hang around here in set number 3. Palmetto took the first set 25-8. They had a much tougher time in set number 2, winning 25-20 as Bayshore finally kind of got things together. But here in the set number 3, Palmetto trying to put this one away early, up 12-4.
Definitely so. I mean, again, the tail of the tape has been Palmetto's amazing serving. And speaking on that fact, as you were saying, you haven't seen too many of the double touch technical penalties. These teams have definitely played a very clean game when it comes to personal penalties. It is more so their precision with aiming that power of the ball that has gotten them into mistake trouble. But again, the Bruins are able to put up a good fight here as they are missing their top setter. And as you can see, Ayanna Dunbar has to run from sometimes across the court to dig up a ball or put up a good set.
Yeah, that's one thing we can't forget. I mean, Bayshore, just a very, very unfortunate injury to their regular setter. She's out for the season, it would appear. So Dunbar has had to step in and play out of position as Palmetto makes it 13-4 on that serve again from Emily Carter. But you can't, I mean, it's pretty clear that Bayshore just, without their regular setter, having trouble just running their offense, honestly. Donker kept alive, but it goes down and make that 14-4. Donker's very active here in this game. And number 12, Grace Phillips, doing a really good job setting her up. Joseph sent right back over. She'll try it again and scores for the Tigers, 15-4. Ketsia Fell Joseph, sophomore middle, has been involved on a few plays tonight.
Definitely that combination of Phillips, Fell Joseph, and Donker on the net makes it tough on the Bruins to get that ball over cleanly.
An ace. Another one from Emily Carter.
I'm not sure how many aces that is in total, but I believe we're up to the 16, 15, possibly 20 mark for the Palmetto Tigers.
Floats this one over. She's done a nice job mixing things up. Oh, collision in the back row, but they do get it over. And Beavers tries it from behind the line there, but it goes out. And we're at 16-5 now. We've got Erica Martinez serving. Service error back to Palmetto. Looks like Donker is going to go back to serve, and Layton will check in for Man Beavers.
As the head ref is doing a little talking with the players here. Looks like everything gets sorted through.
Another good play by the libero, Autumn Rivera, another dig, but unfortunately they make an error on the second hit, and it's now 18-5. Donker again. Nice serve. And a great dig by Branch. Layton, and another dig from Autumn Rivera, but unfortunately they can't get it over. She's doing some really hard work back there, is Autumn Rivera.
Autumn Rivera has definitely been paramount to the success of the Bruins, as she's been able to dig a lot of these serves out of the ground. As she gets another one, we'll just serve back over.
Oh, an overpass. Still alive, well handled by Palmetto to stay in this point. Oh, and that's a good one from Grace Phillips. Just kind of flat-footed, sent that over with some topspin. 20-5. Palmetto closing in on the victory tonight.
As you can see, Autumn Rivera using the athleticism and laying out on the ground, putting her body on the line to get every single dig that she possibly can.
Double contact. So it's 20-6.
Only our second double contact of the night.
So Lara Glover coming in for the Tigers, and going back to serve, it's Kira Kay. An 8. Oh, yes, it is an ace. I thought there was a player over there who was getting ready to hit that, but it's an ace for Kira Kay.
Kira Kay getting her first ace of the night here, as the Bruins just need to take it 1 point at a time as they try to battle back from this deficit.
Nice back row attack by Carsey Branch. No problem. How polite, San Juanita Gonzalez.
Very.
Sorry.
As you guys can see, the rocket arm from Carsey Branch attacks a spot where there are no players, and where there are no players, there are points.
Kind of bumped that one over was Phillips. Layton can't quite make good contact, kind of misjudged her jump there to make it 21-8. Mistimed her jump and kind of went off the fingertips. That happens.
Palmetto has been very sneakily using the soft touch to throw off the Bruins' rhythm.
Great serve by San Juanita Gonzalez. Another dig from the libero for Bayshore. Late, and that's maybe one of the best swings we've seen tonight.
Definitely Layton getting up over the net and slamming it down like MJ in Space Jam with authority, making it 22-8. Tigers up.
Layton only one of only 2 seniors on this entire roster for Palmetto. Comer, good attempt. 23-8. Grace Phillips to serve. Tough break there for Ayanna Dunbar, and now the Tigers have match point. And Grace Phillips, who has had several aces tonight, will try to close things out. See if Layton can end this one, and looks like a net against Palmetto. So
as Layton was trying to hit there, she hit the pole, and the ref's going to call it a net violation, which gives the Bruins some breathing room as they are being constricted by this 24-9 score.
Dunbar serves it out, and that is the game. The Palmetto Tigers have won 3-0. They took the first set 25-8. second set 25-20, and they just wrapped up this game with a 25-9 victory here in the third and deciding set. So congratulations to the Tigers. They improved to 2-8 on the season. And I thought tonight, as we've said all night, their serves were really on point. Defensively, I thought they played really well, and we saw some good hits from their pin hitters, particularly Haley Layton and Kesha Donker.
Definitely agree with that statement you just made, Stephen. Overall, the team was firing on all cylinders, whether it be Fel Joseph and Grace Phillips at the net, or Emily Carter, or Branch, or I can pick out any name out of a hat behind the line. Everyone has been able to spread the love and get aces, and when your team's firing like that, you get results like this.
Yeah, Carsey Branch was fantastic tonight. I mean, she the libero for Palmetto, several defensive plays. She also came in and had several help sets, which you love to see from your libero. And also, she can attack. I mean, we saw one kill she had from the back row, and she really got a lot of, good elevation on that hit. So, very impressed with Palmetto. Again, as I said, they improved to 2-8 on the season. Coming up next for the Tigers, they will be in action tomorrow. They will be at home tomorrow night against Northport. So we'll see if the Tigers can continue their winning ways with a home game against Northport. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bayshore, they fall to 1-6 on the season. Tough loss tonight. I mean, you can really see from them just losing their regular setter. I mean, just cannot get any kind of flow on offense.
Definitely so. I mean, when you're losing key pieces, it's hard for your team to adjust, especially when you're asking players who are not used to playing certain positions. And again, Ayana Dunbar and the libero Autumn Rivera and even San Juanita Gonzalez, they did a great job of stepping up when they needed to, but it's hard when you're missing one of your key players to try to close that deficit of skill and talent. And tonight, although they may have been bested, they fought hard on every single play. Everyone was running around. Everyone was giving it their all. And as a coach and as an athlete, that's all you can ask for.
How about the play of Autumn Rivera back there at libero? All those digs she had tonight, man. She was, she cleaned that floor.
Amazing. Yeah, the janitor definitely does not need to come out and get that side of the court. She was all on the floor.
Well, that'll do it for us. Once again, Fred Stewart, thank you for joining us. Great game. And we're off next week. Also, football is off this Friday. So we will be back in 2 weeks for our next volleyball game. And so, again, for Fred Stewart, also Carl Shelton and Steve Pannone back in the truck, I'm Stephen Oposki. Thank you for joining us here for the High School Game of the Week on Manatee Schools Television.